Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto, and today guys we're taking another cheeky look at Cardano, and specifically Cardano sets records with Google searches, Chris. So this is an interesting one. We've seen all-time highs hit, not only for price, but in Google searches and transactions. So we're going to go through this, Chris, and yeah, keep everyone up to date with this fantastic Cardano news. So if you find it useful, informative, maybe there's a dash of entertainment in there, go ahead and hit that like button. Chris appreciates it, I appreciate it, and I like to think that you do too. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you're not yet subscribed, treat yourselves, become a subscriber, it's free. And in doing so, you're going to be kept up to date with all of this fantastic Cardano news that we bring you via videos and live streams. So yeah, why not? Right, Chris, this is a Cardano video, so therefore I feel it's important that we kind of mention or give an update, I guess, really, on the Cardano staking pool.
Yep, so the pool's doing fantastically well. We're minting regularly, daily, several times now, which is fantastic. So the pool's doing really well. If you want to support Cardano, then feel free to delegate your ADA to the Cheek pool using the ticker Cheek. You can do this from all the regular wallets. We've got various different videos on the channel, Nick, of how-to guides and stuff like that. So yeah, we would love to have you minting with us. So yeah, jump in the pool.
Yeah, jump in the pool, absolutely. So the other thing to bear in mind, Chris, is if you're not delegating at all, you should be delegating to a pool. It doesn't have to be our pool, but you should ideally delegate to a Cardano staking pool. This does a couple of things. One, it helps take your ADA out of circulating supply, helps the price appreciate. It also helps the decentralization effort of Cardano. So by doing those two things, you'll also earn some nice juicy ADA rewards along that journey. So it doesn't have to be our pool, Chris. It can be any Cardano pool. We'd love to have you with us, of course, but there are plenty to choose from, so do your own research and check out a few of the videos that we've done on how to choose a Cardano pool. Right, with that said, Chris, let's jump on over to the desktop and take a look at these records that are being set by Cardano.
I know.
Right, Chris, so Cardano records records, I should say, an all-time high in Google searches and transactions. So this is, fantastic stuff. Obviously, we hit an all-time high with price, and now we're hitting all-time highs, Chris, with searches on Google and in transaction sense. So the interest from retail investors in Cardano ADA has risen to a new all-time high according to data by Google Trends. Transactions on Cardano blockchain have also jumped to an all-time high of 192,598. So fantastic stuff. Let's see what's going on. So with another completed step towards the full implementation of the 𝗗𝗘𝗪 era, more and more retail investors are apparently attracted to Cardano. And this is something that does not surprise me in the slightest. I know a lot of people, Chris, leave comments on the videos saying, Cardano is a ghost chain and Cardano doesn't even have smart contracts and all this kind of stuff, right? But that aside, you got to appreciate what has been done so far and what is coming. Okay, there's no point in jumping onto a project like Ethereum, for example, when the best of it's already happened, right? There's nothing better than this, in my opinion, that's going to come from Ethereum. Cardano is trying to better the world, and it's doing a pretty good job at that. So everything that they've got up to this point today is fantastic, and I believe that the future is also incredibly bright. So it does not surprise me that retail investors are trying to do a bit of research into Cardano. So that being said, the cryptocurrency made it into the top 3 largest cryptocurrencies a few days ago, and we saw that when it got to record highs as well, which is fantastic. And the one reason for this could be the massive interest from retail investors. I think there's many reasons, not just retail investors, but institutions as well, and as well as many other kind of reasons for it climbing so high. One was obviously that XRP had declined quite significantly from that 3rd spot, and that was the SEC's doing, not anyone else's. So there were some external factors. But that being said, Cardano definitely does deserve to be in the top 5, and arguably, Chris, the top 3, and maybe even in that top 2nd position, just behind Bitcoin, the granddaddy of cryptocurrencies, right? So yeah, I think it's fantastic to have it there in the top 3, and hopefully it will get much further in due course. So as the data from Google Trends indicates, Chris, the number of searches for Cardano has been on the rise since the end of 2020. In December, Cardano's developer IOG completed the deployment of the first of 3 hard forks, 𝗕𝗓𝗓, bringing the metadata functionality. So the first spike in crypto or Cardano searches was around December, Chris, and yesterday the search volumes climbed to a new high after the second hard fork Mary was successfully activated, and the third one is on the way. So the third fork, named Alonzo, has a tentative deployment date of Q2 2020 and will allow smart contract platform Plutus to be deployed on the mainnet. So this is fantastic, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah, it really is. And, you know, I kind of feel like Cardano is going to go from strength to strength. I really do, Nick. There's lots and lots of stuff in the pipeline.
Absolutely. I mean, we just look at the little graph here for Cardano in terms of searches, right? We have the little 2017 bull run, a little baby bump on the Google search side of things. And where it is today, even though that things really haven't even started to heat up that much for Cardano or even the altcoin market. So we're still expecting, you know, the overall market cap of all altcoins to reach that 5 trillion, maybe a little bit higher, but around 5 trillion is a good number that we have in our mind. We can see things really heating up nicely, and this is search volume is going to, I think, smash it straight through to all-time highs again and again as things really start getting interesting, Chris. I think lots going on with Cardano is really helping retail investors do a bit more research into things and do some searches and stuff. I think it's really, really cool. So, Chris, do you want to talk a little bit about the Binance smart chain and stuff that's going on there?
Yeah, so as the emergence of the Binance smart chain, BSC, and the massive BNB rally have shown people trend to support competing Ethereum projects that use its network congestion to their advantage to I don't know, poach users is probably the best way to describe it. As a fundamental part of BSC's DeFi ecosystem, the BNB token has therefore seen a huge boom in recent days. And you know, it's just continuing, isn't it? And investors may hope for similar things from Cardano, as its DeFi will be both faster and more can't get my words out, Nick.
Yeah, it'll be just a lot more secure, right? So not only will it be faster than the Binance Smart Chain, it'll also be more secure, which is just fantastic. And we'll also see, you know, as well as significantly cheaper than Ethereum, because that's a no-brainer. I mean, the Ethereum gas fees, Chris, they're just off the chart at the minute. And the higher the Ethereum price goes, the worse things are going to get over there. And I've seen a lot of comments as well about people just not wanting to actually move their tokens anymore. They're just wanting to kind of sell them and be done with it, or move them elsewhere. And it's going to be interesting. There's lots of people wanting to convert Ethereum tokens as well. So we'll have to see, you know, how everything unfolds. Specifically, now we've got Mary hard fork, and that event has happened. You know, native tokens on Cardano. Really waiting for the AGI token. When that drops, man, I'm going to be switching my AGI Ethereum-based token for the ADA one. That's for certain. Wouldn't you be doing the same, Chris?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. I love it. So another driving factor, Chris, for the price could be the IOG's recent Africa announcements. Charles Hoskinson and his team teased the world's largest blockchain deployment a few weeks ago. Details on this and other projects in Africa are extended to be announced in a special show later this month. And we're really looking very excited about that show, Chris. I really cannot wait to see what's going on in Africa, and I think that's going to be absolutely huge for Cardano, for the ADA adoption, and just having so many people brought over onto the Cardano ecosystem straight after some fantastic native tokens. I think it's going to be interesting. But obviously, as a result of the increased interest, Cardano's blockchain also recorded an increase in the number of transactions. So Chris, this goes down to Epic 250, and ultimately the platform recorded over 192,000 transactions. The rapid growth of this number began after Epoch 241, when transactions were still at 59,000. Now Chris, I know we were minting blocks on our pool. I'm not sure how much of this we want to take credit for, but we've seen a significant increase in transactions being confirmed, and I can't deny that we haven't helped, participate in that. I just joke there, guys. I joke.
We can't solely take credit.
We can't. We absolutely can't. This is a true testament to the stake pool operators, the true decentralization effort of everyone involved and everyone who has invested in Cardano. Only the IOG team, all of the SPOs, and all of you guys for investing in ADA have really helped push the transactions through the charts. Really, it's fantastic to see. And obviously you're helping with some massive decentralization effort as well. And of course the ADA price, Chris, is undergoing a consolidation, and we kind of spoke a little bit about this on the live stream that we did last night. But what we're going to do is just hop over to the charts here, Chris, and take a cheeky look. So what I'm going to do, this is Cardano to the USD on the daily, okay? And I'm just going to zoom in so you guys get a bigger view of what's going on. We can see the breakout event, we saw the new all-time high getting hit, and we saw the consolidation. Now, a lot of people were concerned when it started to consolidate, and actually it wasn't something to be concerned about per se. So what we've seen is the new all-time high get hit at the top here, and we saw that we actually came back down and we tested back down on the former resistance area. So you see this particular wick here that I just drew a line through. That is an area here that was previously resistance. So resistance is now flipped into support. And that was a key thing that actually had to happen. Now, the other thing that we can do is we can see that we have this area here just marked out. And this is an area that we might want to make sure that we do not cross. This is $1.20. This is showing us a rough area of support, and if we get to there, we should be bouncing on up. Other things that we can see on this particular chart, Chris, are the volumes actually decreasing on the days, right? Every single day the volumes are decreasing. So the volumes are corrected quite nicely after we had that movement to the upside. That's key to keeping the price nice and stable up here. Okay, we can also see that the RSI has corrected down to 70, still slightly overbought, but nothing major at this point. And as we saw last time when we just entered down here, we had another rally to the upside. So on this daily chart, things are looking pretty good. But what I'm going to do is pull this down, Chris, into a 4-hourly chart. And the 4-hourly chart shows us that volume really coming up nicely and coming down almost like a textbook style. So as that volume's decreased, this allowed us to trade sideways on here. Now we can see that we were briefly overbought when we went up to that all-time high on this 4-hourly chart, and we actually corrected right down towards the 50 line. And we've pretty much been trading sideways on that 50 line quite nicely. So ultimately, Chris, everything looks like it's gearing up to be quite good. Let's go ahead and pull this into that 1-hourly view and see what else is happening. We can see all of that sideways trading in a little bit more detail. We can see how that volume has really come down very nicely every single hour during that particular rally, which was cool. We can see that when we got to that all-time high level, we also crashed down and were almost oversold. Okay, so we had that nice correction testing on that previous resistance, flipped to support, and in doing so, that was an indicator to a lot of traders that the RSI was corrected down to 30, and we found support. We could bounce from there. They bounced nicely up, and we found this area here where we've kind of been quite volatile between the areas of 60 and about 35, okay? So we've been in here for a little while. And most recently, this RSI is about 47, so things are not too bad here either. With a low volume and an RSI that has lots of potential to the upside, this thing, Chris, could really pop quite quickly. So let's just pull this up to that daily view and just do a bit of a summary. So straight away, what we can see is the volumes are actually nice and low. They're low on the daily, they're low on the 4-hourly, and they're low on the 1-hour chart. Okay, we can see that the RSI is around midway on the 4-hour chart and about midway on the 1-hour chart. Now the daily chart shows it quite high here at overbought, but as we can see in the past, we can just bounce from here quite nicely. So I wouldn't be too surprised if the volume really kicks up and the RSI actually goes back up into overbought. So I think everything looks like it's gearing up for another rally to the upside, Chris. We have some good areas of support, and I think we're going to see a lot more to come. yeah, I think with that said, Chris, is there anything you'd like to add?
No, I think that pretty much covers it off. I just think the next sort of few weeks are just going to be immense. I kind of feel like there's lots of news that's going to be drip fed, and I'm excited about it. It's going to be really, really good.
Absolutely, and our price prediction, guys, hasn't changed. We're still targeting $2.03 as the nice next priced target. After that, we are still talking about a $3.10, and I still think that's on the cards, guys. For March, if we have some fantastic news, I think they're going to smash all of that out of the park. So guys, if you did find this video useful, informative, maybe even a little entertaining, go ahead and hit that like button. We really do appreciate it. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you're not yet subscribed, do consider subscribing. By subscribing, you're going to be kept up to date with all of the Cardano videos and live streams that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And with this said and done, we hope everyone has a fantastic day, and we'll catch you all in the next one.
Yeah, take care.